Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Here with my broadcast partners, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Pelican 5 right now. The backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. Davis and Asik patrol the paint. And it's Evans in at the small forward position. Here's Holiday. The pass break ends at the rim with a jam. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Now here's Iguodala. He's looking for Bogut and finds him. Curry wide open. Off target with his three.
Well, Steph Curry, of course, deadly from outside the arc, but last season he tried to improve his ability to get to the rim. In fact, he significantly increased his points in the paint last year.
Holiday against Thompson, and Holiday kicks to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Right side, Gordon. Tries again. Thompson with the rebound. So it's the Warriors now. Kicks it to Lee. From deep, Iguodala. Good! Iguodala's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And for Curry, improving his driving ability. He already had the handles, but he tried to work on his strength to ward off contact.
And Kevin, you know, film study is also playing a role in that progression and development. And he not only improved his finishing ability inside, he also got to the line more often, a result of being more confident in his strength.
And here's Holiday after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Now here's Curry. In low to Bogut. Right side, Lee. Golden State moving it around. Now the pass to Curry. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Off the pick. Curry with another miss.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Evans dishes to Gordon. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Klay Thompson. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Evans. To the left wing. Holiday goes in. Curry with the defensive effort. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Iguodala. Thompson's got his first basket. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Outside Gordon. Curry against Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gordon against Thompson. Count the bucket. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside Curry. Pass to Thompson. From downtown. Another 3 for Golden State. Got us back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Now here's Gordon. And Holiday kicks to Asik. Rebounded by Bogut. The Warriors lead. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. One player who's really on his mind in this matchup is Eric Gordon. He said of Gordon, he can shoot with deep range and has the strength and explosiveness to go by you if you overcommit and finish or get himself to the line. So he's just an underrated scorer in this league, and it's going to take a total team effort to slow him down. Kevin, we'll see how they do.
Thanks, Doris.
Well, Drew Holiday, part of the basketball family. Of course, he played at UCLA, but both of his parents played at Arizona State.
That free throw good from Holiday. And for Drew Holiday, you know, you talk about his family. His brother and sister have both won state titles. And his father, in his 50s, can still throw down a 360 dunk. Now, I'm looking at you.
No, it's not happening here. Come on. I know he's got some good DNA, but 360 dunks at 50? Although Drew is real deal. His youngest brother is a star in the making, playing in high school in Los Angeles right now.
Well, you look at Drew Holiday's shooting percentage last season, good across the board, but his rate of three-pointers and free throws relatively low. If he can make those a bigger part of his offensive game plan, he could really take off.
Now here's Curry, looking for his first basket still in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Bogut with a screen on Evans. Thompson from long range. Can't get it to go. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. And for Holiday, an excellent catch and shoot player, Clark from outside.
And that's really been a nice fit with the personnel in New Orleans. With other guards who work well with the ball in their hands, Holiday equally effective playing off the ball.
Curry passes to Thompson. And the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Now Asik. Evans a screen on Bogut. Asik dishes to Holiday. Buries it from three-point range. Holiday's got 9. Warriors trail by 3. Outside Curry. The feed to Thompson. Three-pointer, and the shot is good. 8 points for him.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. Iguodala with the steal. Passes it to Curry. Feeds to Bogut. Shot clock at 6. At the top of the key, Thompson. Evans with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Evans has got it. He kicks it to Gordon. He feeds it to Davis. Holiday against Iguodala. And that one's good. And 11 points for Drew Holiday.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Another finish at the bottom of the division for the Pelicans last year, but they showed that they're working towards something, and I think they could be a playoff team in the coming years.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Curry against Holiday. Shot from the top of the key, and he gets it to go.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Gordon kicks to Holiday. To the paint. Here's Asik. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And the Pelicans lead by 2. Here's Curry. On the wing, Thompson. Holiday against Curry. Bogut kicks to Iguodala. And another 3 for Golden State.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
Gordon the pass to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Evans dishes to Holiday. For 3, Gordon. The Warriors pull it in. Curry with it. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Dishes to Iguodala. He's looking for Bogut and finds him.
Last season, Andrew Bogut was able to say that he was the healthiest he's been in years. And that might not seem like much, but it makes a huge difference for him to be at full strength.
And with Bogut feeling 100%, he had so many injuries over the years leading up to last season that it was hard for him to really find himself once again. But when he's 100%, he's really a force in the middle.
And with Bogut, as you said, I think people forget just how impactful he can be when healthy. Everyone knows that he's an amazing defender, and he's one of the top centers in the league when he's healthy.
To have a legitimate 7-footer who can move and pass the ball as well as Bogut does, that does wonders for a team at both ends of the floor.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, you always talk about what an incredible court advantage it is for the Warriors here at Oracle, and that is not going to change anytime soon. This team is on another level in front of this crowd.
Here is Livingston after Jimmer Fredette's basket. Livingston kicks to Green. Bogut with a screen on Davis. The dish to Livingston. The pass to Rush. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State moving it around. That's a 2 from Barnes, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Barnes has got his first points in this one. No matter the score in this building, Clark, the Warriors are always a danger to either come back in a game or explode for a big lead.
Kevin, because of their ability to knock down the three-point shot, they're never out of a game, and they can really explode and get away from teams. I don't know if there's a team that has that kind of firepower in the league from the three-point line.
Here's Rivers. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Rivers passes to Fredette. It's Davis on the wing. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. No good on the triple.
Even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Pelicans trail by 4. Davis setting the pick for Rivers. He dishes it to Salmons. Fredette kicks to Rivers. They get it back. Warriors have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Pass to Rush. Green, the screen. Rush dishes to Livingston. Kicks to Rush beyond the arc. And it's Rivers with the rebound. New Orleans has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Salmons with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Here's Rivers. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Unloads from 13. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal.
Harrison Barnes, the 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. He's got prototypical size and athleticism for that small forward position. Still developing his overall game, but he's got enormous potential.
Harrison Barnes.
And Barnes, the top overall recruit in the nation coming out of high school in 2010.
Yeah, and really high expectations for him from a relatively young age. There's been some disappointment in his development, but with his work ethic, I think it's short-lived.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spates is checked in. Barnes hits them both.
Well, when Harrison Barnes first stepped onto the scene, it was in the middle of the Warriors' 2013 playoff run. He didn't exactly build upon that streak as people were hoping for last year. The playing time just wasn't there.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And I remember that run for Barnes. He would play as a stretch 4 and looked unguardable at times in their series against the Nuggets and then the Spurs. Definitely was hoping for more of that this past season.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Now, here is Fredette. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Rivers. Shot clock at 3. To end the drought. Here's Davis. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
You know, for Barnes, it was an awkward place for him to be, and they brought in Iguodala, and he was moved to the bench. A lot of people thought that that'd be a boon for him, as he would be more focused on the offensive side of things with that second unit in particular and could really thrive.
Yeah, and the change in role and adjusting to being the first option with the second unit, I think was overwhelming for him. And, you know, I think you have to remember Barnes is still a very young player, a lot of room for growth, very talented, very skilled, and he's going to get a lot better.
Both good from the line that time.
Anthony Davis was stellar all of last year, but he did miss a lot of time with injury trouble. And I think that's the only thing that's going to slow him down in his quest to be possibly the best player in the NBA.
Here's Rush. Back to Green. To the left side wing. A 3 from Barnes. No good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And here's Rivers. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Selmans kicks to Rivers. Puts it up from 12, and he knocks down the jumper. And you mentioned, Clark, the injury for Davis. He missed a couple of weeks with a broken bone in his hand.
Yeah, he got banged up his rookie season too, but he's putting on muscle so that he can withstand the physicality of the NBA. And that'll help with his durability and his ability to hold his ground on defense.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. New Orleans making a switch here.
Pelicans substitution. Russ Smith.
16 seconds left here in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots. And Green gets it to go. Green's got his second bucket. Here's Smith. Beyond the arc. That's good.
Russ Smith. For 3.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
The Pelicans trail. On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Evans and Anderson, the forwards. Smith is out there with Holiday, and it's Ashik in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Evans. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. It's stolen by Curry, and up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry gets the ball, and Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too. Clark, we're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
It took some time, and fans might have been unsure for a while, but clearly the Pelicans have a direction for this team now, and I think they're a franchise on the rise.
Now here's Evans. Just 5 on the clock. The fadeaway. That one off the back iron and out.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
And with the Pelicans getting a franchise big like they did with Davis always helps, but they're also active in acquiring talent to grow around him.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Outside Curry. The feed to Iguodala. Spates with a screen on Evans. Thompson. And the shot is long. For the Pelicans, getting young talent is one thing. And they want to make sure, Clark, that they got the right talent to fit alongside their stars.
Kevin, I really think sometimes the cohesiveness and the fitting of the parts is overlooked and undervalued. And Pelicans are trying to make that a real priority. Not only do we want talent, but we want it to fit together nicely. And you got to give them kudos for that.
That's a good point. Now, here's Thompson. He's got 8. Golden State moving it around. Lee sets a screen for Iguodala. Feeds to Lee. Anderson with the block. And they'll keep possession.
We've watched Iguodala play great basketball. He has 9 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Well, they don't expect a lot from him at the foul line. He was in that range below 70% last season.
And because he struggled with his free throw shooting so much last season, I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
Gordon's checked in for Smith. Good on the second free throw.
Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
Warriors leading by 3. Curry, a screen on Gordon. Thompson outside, passes it to Iguodala. He kicks it to Spates. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ashik's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Back to Gordon. Evans against Iguodala. Here's Ashik. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, not everybody in Houston was happy when Dwight Howard chose to sign with the Rockets. Omer Ashik found himself out of a starting position and promptly requested a trade from the team. This offseason, he finally got that wish.
And he makes the first. You talk about Ashik's trade request. You know, after 2 seasons as a backup in Chicago, he signed with the Rockets thinking he'd be their starting center. And I think he is a starting caliber center in this league. Tough for him to take that step back into a reserve role, sure. That one is no good. And Ashik, when he demanded that trade, Clark, he sat out games and practices for a week in protest.
And Kevin, that could not have gone very well with the Rockets or his teammates or helped his trade value. I mean, that was not the way to respond after averaging over $8 million a year on this contract. If
you're cashing those checks, you better show up and do your job.
The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Curry passes to Lee. Thompson, a screen on Anderson. Here's Lee. Pelicans with the rebound. Evans outside. Outside Gordon. Evans outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Tyreke Evans signed and traded to the Pelicans last season with a big 4-year, $44 million contract. Pretty big vote of confidence for a guy whose minutes had gone down every year after his phenomenal rookie season.
At the line, the Pelicans.
And last season, some issues between Tyreke Evans and Coach Monty Williams. By the trade deadline, even rumored the Pelicans looking to trade him.
Yeah, I kind of heard those rumblings too. Evans expressed confusion about his role. Williams said that it had been an adjustment coaching him and criticized his mid-range game. The wires got crossed up and tangled a little bit, and hopefully they'll be able to get on the same page going forward.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Maurice Spates. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Tyreke Evans is an athletic slashing guard. He's really gifted at getting to the rim, but I think his outside shot, the inconsistency of his outside shot has held him back a bit. Ironically, he's a pretty good free throw shooter, but still lacks that touch from mid-range on field goal attempts.
Here's Evans after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Evans outside. Clock at 6. And Holiday kicks to Evans. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Evans has got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
And Evans has worked diligently on his shooting. He had a bad habit of fading back on every jump shot early in his career, so he's tried to shoot with a more traditional motion.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Guys, Draymond Green, a second-round pick in 2012, but his tough defense and high basketball IQ have earned him minutes. He said, quote, "I never cared about stats, and I still don't. My goal is to have an impact on the game. Sometimes you have the biggest impact with plays that don't show up in the stats. Those are the plays I live for." Great attitude, Kevin.
A real gamer, Doris. He loves the game. Thanks. Here's Anderson after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Nice shot by Evans. Evans has got 6 in the quarter. And Evans over his career has bounced around a little bit position-wise. He played point guard at Memphis and coming into the NBA and then some small forward. What do you think his best position is?
I think he's one of those guys that probably is a playmaking small forward or 2-guard. He's got ball handling skills that allow him to make plays. He can score. He's strong. His wingspan allows him to play bigger than he is, but I think he's a playmaking 2 or 3. Steph Curry last season was 7th in scoring and 3rd in total assists in the NBA. He had the 4th most three-pointers over a season in NBA history, a year after he had set the NBA three-point season record. Not too bad for Steph Curry.
Now here is Holiday, 13 points in the game. Lee against Anderson. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. Clock at 6. And he gets it to go. Gordon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Outside Curry. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Lee goes in. The shot misses. Evans with some nice D. Gordon with it. Picked up by Thompson. Gordon dishes to Asha. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. With the teardrop, and Holiday with the nice bucket inside. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for New Orleans. Jimmer Fredette comes in for Drew Holiday. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
Evans passes to Davis. Back to Evans. That's in there. Davis with the assist. 8 points for Tyreke Evans.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Fredette. There's the bucket. Good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Pelicans?
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And the Warriors with some changes. Green comes in for Lee. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. And the Pelicans also making a change. Salmons is checked in. And that one falls for Fredette. Well, the Pelicans last season tried to make a push for the playoffs, but a slew of injuries really held them back.
But even at full strength, Kevin, this team was fighting for the 8th seed, still young and developing. You've got to give this group time to grow because I think they've got some great pieces.
Curry, good.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Gordon against Thompson. Here's Salmons. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Salmons got the lead up to 4 now for the Pelicans.
And you talk about giving the Pelicans time to grow as a young team. Ownership, not entirely content to do so. Remember, at the 2013 draft, they traded away the 6th pick and this year's draft in exchange for Drew Holiday. So that's a win-now move.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And the Warriors with some changes. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And New Orleans also making a change. Rivers, he's checked in for Gordon. New Orleans gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
And even though Drew Holiday was an all-star in 2013, he's still in his early 20s, relatively young, really young. We'll see in time how that trade pans out on talent, but certainly for Holiday, it's given him a chance to grow with this young roster.
Here is Livingston. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now here's Barnes. 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ashik's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fredette kicks to Davis. He feeds it to Fredette. Dishes it to Rivers. Now the pass to Salmons. Ashik with the bucket. Ashik's got 5 points so far.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school, just physical play in the paint, dominate.
Now here's Green. The dish to Livingston. Back to Green. Second chance shot. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Bogut.
They have got to put a body on him because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Rivers with it. Now Green defending. It's Salmons on the wing. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Livingston dishes to Green. Barnes screen on Davis. Green, the pass to Rush. Salmons against Green. That ties it up. Green's got 6 points. 1:30 left here in the second. Up top, Rivers. Over to the left wing. Salmons for the three. And another three for New Orleans.
Well, they're not afraid to just let it fly from here. They didn't have as much success in the first quarter, but with this lead, they're looking to extend it with the three-point shot.
Here is Livingston, looking for his first basket still in this one. He dishes it to Rush. A three ball. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Rush has got the game tied up here for the Warriors. New Orleans has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. There's 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Verdette. He's got 5. Shot clock at 5. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by Bogut. Golden State's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Livingston kicks to Green. Barnes sets a screen for Green, and he lays it straight in. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Rivers kicks to Verdette. Pass to Davis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The first one falls. Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for Davis. Gets it off. The shot no good. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out to play the second half?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
Anthony, thank you. Guys, it should be all business when you step between the lines.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.